All right, so here is another preparatory stage of our workflow that we have to do. And this is actually creating the unit tray that our whole organization system is built off of. So just the basic components of this are a square unit tray, a sort of slender one, and ethofoam. And this is going to actually be used to divide up this smaller unit tray, as we'll see. So what this does, the first step is just shoving one unit tray into the other. It's not the prettiest, but it is, wedging it in there. It's sturdy, first of all, wedged in there pretty tightly. And because of that, we don't have to worry about it sliding around or anything like that. Also, the way we position it is we position it sort of above the middle mark of this larger unit tray, and this is just to show orientation. So we're always going to be working with the wider side near the bottom, and this is just so we can make sure what order the specimens are going in. So say if it was like this, we'd have a problem because our entire organization system is basically built off of the concept of a sequential ordering of specimen. So another fail-safe that we do is we always mark the bottom left corner of this small unit tray. And in doing so, we can ensure that we always know we're starting with 1, 2, and 3. And so I was counting off 3 because we always work with sets of 3 in this project. So I'm going to take a little bit of ethofoam here and actually make 2 dividers so that we can make 3 compartments there. And the same concept with the ethofoam as it is with the smaller unit tray. It just wedges in. And this does the job in sort of dividing up the specimen. So, just cut a little bit wider than you'd imagine the width of this unit tray to be, and it stays in place pretty well. And we're not going to be throwing these around or anything. Were we to, it stays in place. So that makes 3 little compartments. If we do have excess, we can trim the top of these just to make it a little easier to work with. Just like that. And yeah, this is a basic completed unit tray. And actually, when we get to the stage where we incorporate a base into it, or a silicone mold, these actually are notched just as much or in the same manner as these are, but these are physical, so it's not going to wipe off. Silicone markers and pencil doesn't really stick on silicone, so we found that was a problem. So we actually physically alter the silicone mold itself, so that way we always know that this is going to be the bottom left corner, and this corresponds directly with the bottom left corner, which is marked on this box, which you can write on. So yeah, this sort of is a fail-safe, so that way should this unit tray, the unit tray and this silicone base be separated from each other, say if we're working with it or we want to look at a specimen in here after the embedding is done, we know still the order as long as we have this. So just so long as there are not a bunch of other unit trays, which there aren't, we don't take these out, we usually work with these one at a time, we'll always be able to know which specimen corresponds to which number, just as we'd be able to tell if they were resting inside of here. So this is some ways is a small extension of the unit tray, but it always resides in this lower part.
And Cameron, you have an example of?
Yeah. Here I have a actually finished tray that's already been embedded. So the specimens were in here prior to embedding. When we did embed them, we transferred them one at a time into here, covered them in epoxy, and this is basically the system that we use. So this, we can manipulate this, we can look at it, we can take one out if we wanted to, put it back in. We always know the orientation. It's going to start from left to right with this little bottom mark, and based off of what we have in this unit tray, we always know what number specimen it is. And this is a way so that way we can manipulate these and work with these without having to use their individual specimen boxes, which correspond to their individual specimen number. So we actually do away with the entire specimen number system in the first place, and we just use an arbitrary numbering system. So what we've been doing is just going in sequential order. We started with 1. Right now at this stage, we're around 460 something.
Wow.
Yeah, but in doing so, we cut down on the number of digits essentially we have to work with. Were we to use their UCMP numbering system, we'd have to work with 6, 7 digits, which is that's just too much. And
Yeah.
if you miss up one digit, that can throw off the entire process. So if we work with single digits, double digits, triple digits, much easier than working with all of those. And that's the sort of simplicity and beauty of the system, is that we've been able to actively keep track of these and maintain their order without actually having each specimen correspond to their actual specimen number. And in doing so, we've simplified the entire process very well. So yeah, as you can see, I can simply return this back into the unit tray in its correct orientation, and the next person who comes along will know exactly what's happening.